Would you ever do some more chess? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And Fishy Hat, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. I actually recorded some chess yesterday. First episode of chess. I was like, holy cow, I'm back. I'm seeing 4 move sequences, which is not like Grandmaster level, but at least it's not like, 1100 level. Second episode of chess, hung my queen like 7 times. Didn't notice mate in 2. Got myself into like back rank checkmates. So I wouldn't say I'm fully back yet, but definitely I'm having fun. I'm having fun playing it regardless. How was the daycare trip reaction with the other parents? Bro, I don't want to talk about it, okay? Because, like, the other parents have the audacity to have their children out sick from the daycare right now, which means it's just me and one other mom at pickup. And every time, like, she's already heard the story about how I almost died, so I need to get some new damn material. I need the other parents to be back at daycare so that I can regale them with the story. But like I can't regale them with the story next week about how I almost died last week. They'd be like, they're gonna say, get some new material. Oh, you almost died? When? Last week? Okay, you know who almost died last week? Freaking Methuselah, the world's first man. It's ancient history. What an incredible gate crash round here. Look at that. Dude, the Shinzo Abe news is crazy. When I saw that at like, 10:30 p.m. last night when I was going to bed, what a surreal news story. Former Japanese president assassinated by homemade gun. Is actually like the most surreal news. Well, I don't know if it's the most surreal news story of like the year. It's been like it's been a pretty newsworthy couple of like generation we're living through right now. But doesn't it sound like, without making light of the situation, doesn't it sound like the start of like a Ghost in the Shell movie that came out in like 2003? It's like the year is 2022. Former president of Japan has just been assassinated by a homemade 3D printed duct tape blunderbuss or something like that. It's just a crazy news story, honestly. I'm just a guy. I don't have anything more to say than that, really. It's a very strange news story. And I know people they make light of it too. They're like, oh well, like a few presidents of Japan have been assassinated. And I'm like, yeah, but like not in like 60 years. There's that like famous image of the dude getting run up on with a katana. It's like one of the most famous photographs of all time. But like that was literally taken when my dad was like -5 years old. It's a pretty stunning event. Let's go. I did hear that the Canucks also drafted a second Elias Pettersson, which is incredible. Like, we've had... the Canucks have had Swedish twins before. But if you want to recapture the magic, you can't just get twins. You have to just have 2 people on the team with exactly the same name. Is it illegal to give your, if you had twins, is it illegal to give them the same name? I'm not saying I would. By the way, and this is true, or at least this is my interpretation. I apologize if this rankles you a little bit. The concept of having twins is so scary. Because when you're a little kid and maybe like you go to school and there's a set of twins in the school or something like that you're like, oh, that might be cool to like have a twin brother or twin sister and like truly know each other like you more than anybody else could ever know anybody else. But like I can't imagine what it would be like to like have your first kid, and then you go for the ultrasound and they're like, oh surprise, it's twins. Or you know how you bought like one crib? Well, fucking triple it, dummy. You got 3 babies in there. Get ready. You know, all the shit you were like, you already a little bit overwhelmed by? Like, okay, double it for twins, triple it for triplets. I don't know how often like quadruplets naturally occur without IVF. I'm sure it's gotta be like, you know, 1 in like a million births or something like that. But like, I feel like every Netflix documentary I watch about the fundamentalist sect of the Church of Latter-day Saints is like, my mom had 12 kids. She had 10, and then she said, you know what? I'm really tired. I'm just going to have 1 more. And then, wouldn't you know it, at age 48, she had twins. And you're like, man, that's like... I guess if it's probably easier to stomach having twins as your 11th and 12th than as your 1st and 2nd, because that's like a trial by fire, but still. God does a little trolling. It is crazy. I did see the news about Elon Musk apparently having twins with one of his executives as well. It's a wild world out there, man. You telling me Elon Musk has 12 children? He has 9 children. My mistake. Okay. I mean, that's his personal business. Oh, I'm so smart. Okay, ready for this? I remember how to play the game. You just spend a second on this. Okay, that was... Well, okay, you know what? Try again. I know the Elon Musk Defense Force... Oh, Jesus. Is out in force. I'm not trying to get him on my case, okay? But did you see that... Did you see that he was accused of propositioning a flight attendant for sex? And he said, if you do it with me, I'll buy you a horse? Does that make that story more believable for you or less? I deserve to lose that one. I'm not going to deny it. But does that make that story more believable for you or less believable for you? More? I'm choosing not to comment because I'm in a position of influence, and as a result, that information could be used against me. That's my prerogative. You can answer whatever you please, quite frankly. I'm embarrassed by that performance, but you know what? I almost died this week. You can't criticize me. I'm not ragging on my mom, okay? But you know, I've really been... And my mom is not like a new age... What's the word I'm looking for? She's not an anti-vaxxer, okay? She's triple vaxxed and she's begging for her 4th dose. So I want you to know that. But she doesn't think like crystals can heal your, you know, dementia and stuff like that. But this is the message she sent to me today. So I ended up with a huge bottle of distilled water yesterday in my grocery order because they didn't have the tiny bottle of distilled water I ordered in stock. So I Googled what it could be used for and this popped up. Sorry, we had a little rav there. According to the distillation process, purified water can remove bacteria such as Salmonella, Campylobacter, and E. coli from the intestines of the stomach. There you go. So that was the message I woke up to from my mom. To which I replied, weird, I wonder why my doctor didn't just prescribe me a bottle of distilled water. And then she said, well, it's probably best used in conjunction with modern medicine. And I was like, I would say that that's likely correct. So like, I'm trying to, again... Even as I tell people, like, yeah, it was really frustrating to be, like, they have your condition, like, diminished by the doctors. Just because, you know, you're young and in, like, relatively healthy condition. And then people were like, yeah, that must have sucked for you. By the way, did you consider treating your infection with some distilled water? Like, it wasn't like that, okay? If I didn't get the antibiotics, I think, like, I actually wouldn't have been in rush hour 3. We don't need to grab here. It's beneath us to grab. That's my own fault. I did that. Okay, now I'm in the damn gutter. I need to make it through on that one. Feeling a little bit better. You know what? I'll take a thick bonkus any day of the week. 40 qualify. It's so makeable. It's still so it's still mathematically makeable. I'm not gonna make it. Okay, well, that's not a good performance, quite frankly. Choose prediction. Payout lose before finals on that one. I'm telling you, I got out of my bot games, man. They need to Fortnite this and put some every time. If you don't make it to the finals 3 times in a row, you should play against 59 bots in your next game. You gotta add a new option, lose in the first round. You people are fucking sick. You run Super Auto Pets Casino, people are like, I hate the new casino, there's too many options. You run the Fall Guys Casino, people are like, you could just add like why don't you just add like a fucking psycho option? Why don't you make it lose in first round, lose in second round, lose in third round, lose in fourth round, lose in finals, win the finals? Well, sometimes there's only 4 rounds. Well, in that case, you could add an edge case that says, this pays out if there's an odd number of rounds that is not classified for. This is really great systems design. You should pitch that idea to fucking Amazon. You know what? You should pitch that to SAP, the software company. I'm sure that they'd probably make you a fucking manager. Hey boss, I designed the worst system of all time. You know SAP, the software. I'm not talking about Teamwood Games. And don't even get me started about r/Super Auto Pets saying, if you want to get good at the game no matter what you do, please do not watch NL. Your subreddit was like it was a little inconsequential speck. It was a little, if you held it up against the sun that is r/Northernlion, you would be able to see a single pixel shadow that represented your entire existence, okay? Until this visage saw fit to cast some attention on the game and on your subreddit, there were posts on that subreddit that were literally like, turtle emoji is cute. It's the hottest post. It's on the top of the subreddit. It was posted 17 days ago. So you know what? Know your place. That's all I'm saying. There's no need to grab there. It's just slowing both of us down to grab when we go through that door. I wouldn't say it's necessary, personally. I'll take that. That's fine. Was that an actual post? Well, it was just a comment reply. It's not like it was somebody made a self post that was like, please don't watch this guy. It was probably a thread that had like 6 upvotes that was like, hey, can someone recommend a SAP streamer to watch? And then because they have no respect, people are like, don't watch NL, watch this guy who no life's the game, plays 12 hours a day and updates his Google Doc tier list every 10 seconds. And if you subscribe to him, he runs around his room and sings a song for you. Yeah, where's the NL appreciation thread? That's the real question. Oh, it's my best game? Every time you subscribe to him, he does 20 push-ups. He got raided once and fucking died. Where is this guy? You wouldn't like his stream. He's Austrian. He streams at 2 a.m. Eastern time. He goes to a different school. I'll watch the VODs. Oh, they're subbed only. They're sub only. Sorry. I guess this guy that I made up just he loves money so much that he made his VODs sub only. What a scumbag, man. I can't believe people would recommend you watch that guy. Well, at least I'm wholesome. In many ways. That's one of the least sane dives I've ever seen. I don't know what I was... Wait! Fall Guys, you're actually sick. I gave everything I had just getting through the hole to begin with. You got the audacity to hit me with one of those? Holy cow. We barely made it. I would subscribe for VODs. Well, you can subscribe and watch the VODs. You don't have to subscribe to watch the VODs. You could, though. That's totally fine. I can't stop you. I would never make my VODs subscriber only. I don't understand why I would. I want more people to watch my content. I don't want to take the pool that we already got and then start inserting paywalls into it. Hey, you tried to read one article from the Kansas City Examiner. Please give us $5.99 a month for the rest of your life. Oh, wait, you don't like local journalism even though you don't live in Kansas City or even Kansas country? I want to expand the pool and then release merch once a year and have you feel like compelled to purchase it as a result of that. Don't shoot me with a blueberry, man. I've been through a lot this week. I don't know if I mentioned this. I almost died. If I get shot with a blueberry on the same week that I almost died, like, I mean, I think it's proof that I'm trying to get Stranger Than Fictioned or something. Hey, that counts. That counts as getting shot with a blueberry. It's so makeable. That was a strawberry, though. They're all part of the same freaking taxonomical genus, okay? The berry family. I don't want to be near that chicken. I want the chicken to be destroyed. I want the chicken to have large talons. This lobby is too good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Stop coming to me. Technically, strawberries aren't berries. Okay, don't take that up with me. Take that up with the idiot who named that shit, okay? We all had a little council. We agreed that it's going to be called strawberry. Don't come to me 400 fucking years later and be like, actually, it's not a berry. Okay, build a time machine and go back and fix that shit. Otherwise, shut the hell up. It's viral information. The only purpose of the information that strawberries aren't actually a berry, actually, is to tell other people strawberries aren't actually a berry, actually. It serves no purpose on planet Earth except to self-propagate. I have no respect for the knowledge. Keep it to yourself. I almost died this week. You come to me, are you telling me strawberries aren't actually a berry? Who gives a shit? Get your priorities straight. It makes me sick. Are you hearing? This is chaos, man. I'm not going over there. Are you crazy? Is this what Sips was talking about? He said you could jump on top of the level now? Am I okay? Are we okay here? I want to stay near the emoters. I feel like the emoters are gonna... You can't go wrong with them. They know what they're doing, because they know what the emote button is. Okay, this is like... It's a little more stressful than it used to be. There's another minute of this? Holy cow. I can't see? I'm playing via shadows. I'm walking into spider webs. Okay, I guess I'm going over the middle this time. For reasons. Holy cow. Dude, this is like... legitimately scary. Bonka, bonka, bonky, bonky, bonk, bonk. What the hell is this? What on earth is this? That's the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life. That's madness. I feel like we were off the stage for half of that. I was like the dude on the treadmill just trying to hold it in. Oh my god. Actual heart rate increase, by the way. Hold on. I'd say I'm in the mid 80s, to be honest with you. Hexa ring. Hexa ring. Let's go lose in the finals. Hey, one day we're gonna win Hexa ring. I'm not saying it's gonna be today, but what's NL's resting heart rate? I have like shy heart. I know how that sounds. It sounds like it's not a real thing. But when my heart rate is not being measured, it's like 65. When my heart rate is being measured, I get a little nervous. And it goes up to like 80. Here comes me being fucking dead. Here I go dying again. Hexa ring. What a game. That's called white coat syndrome. Dude, lose in finals. Pay out the right thing here. I think that's also why, like, for a long time, I had borderline high blood pressure. But then, like, every time I got my blood pressure measured in the hospital here, they were like, oh, that's normal. I think, honestly, when I went to see my family doctor, I was just, like, nervous. So my blood pressure was, like, too high. And then they wrote down on the chart, like, moderate blood pressure or something like that. And then ever since then, I go into my blood pressure measurement not nervous because I'm like, I already know that it's moderate to like borderline or whatever. And then I'm more relaxed and I have like a in range blood pressure. My blood pressure was 140 due to liver issues and the ER nurse said, don't worry about it, it's no problem. I don't want to comment upon that, okay? I was thinking, because, you know, like, of course this is the most important thing going on in my life right now. I'm going to talk about it, right? But, like, when I went to the emergency room on Saturday, I've just been playing through, like, the moment in my head where the guy was like, hey, this seems really serious. Then by the guy, I mean the doctor. Hey, this seems really serious. So I don't feel comfortable, like, with me just looking at it. I feel like we need to get, like, a specialist to look at it, and then we're going to get you discharged after we give you the referral. And I was like, okay, that sounds great. I'm glad you're taking it seriously. And then he gave me a referral for an appointment on July 13th. I just think about, like, what my life would look like right now if instead of being able to sneak in on Tuesday due to a cancellation, if I had to stick with that July 13th appointment instead. I don't know what would have happened. But I would not be as sunny dispositioned as I am right now, I'll tell you that much. Okay, you don't pause on the sides anymore, huh? Everyone chill. If we just chill, we can make it. Nobody needs to butt in line. We're all gonna make it. We're all gonna be fine. I missed it. What was the problem? I got diagnosed with a simultaneous Salmonella and Campylobacter infection that had been raging inside of my gut and intestines for 3 weeks. I still think it's so funny that, like, The Salmonella and Campylobacter in my stomach vibing in 2 pH hydrochloric acid. The Salmonella and Campylobacter when I swallow one little penicillin mushroom boy. No! Nature's crazy, man. Anyway. Sorry. Nature's crazy, dude. Are you okay? I'm better than I've been like this whole summer, for sure. Can you explain it in Minecraft terms? Yeah, it's like I got withered and also had like hunger at the same time. So like when I wasn't on stream, I was just going like oof, 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 like constantly. Holy cow, is the most insane performance on this level that's ever been mustered. Anyone who says anything about ketchup, by the way, instantly banned. We don't respect that kind of comedy here. Look at this. Don't push me! Could you explain it in chess terms? Yeah, I mean, my queen and my rook got forked. Basically. I do want to, dude, because I was in Dan's chat. I saw everybody's got that banana slice that says, like, I was here when Melania got beaten. I think that the idea of moments is very cool. We got to find a way to release a moment that was like, I survived the NL Super Turbo Food Poisoning Arc 2022. Just so you could have a little badge in your Twitch wallet. That isn't fair? Oh no. I think it's kind of unfair that I didn't get Dan's banana slice badge because like I was in the hospital having an abdominal pelvic CT scan when he beat Melania. But I guess like, oh, what, you were in a meeting? Okay, that must be hard for you. It's very fair for the people that are here right now as well. You could have redeemed on mobile? Bro, I live in Canada. My data plan does not allow me to watch Twitch in public. And we already went over this. I was paranoid about using the public Wi-Fi because I don't want to have my freaking... You're trying to kill me. I gotta get out of here. I don't want to have my freaking, you know, bank details skimmed while I'm just trying to get an amoxicillin script. The hospital doesn't have Wi-Fi? Okay, no joke. The hospital did have Wi-Fi, but while I was at the hospital, I heard 2 doctors talking, and they said, hey, is something weird with, like, your workstation today? I logged in as me, and I had access to all of another doctor's patients and private notes and something like that. Like, she just kept going on and on. She was like, this is insanely, like, not okay for patient privacy and stuff like that. And I was like, I'm not touching that Wi-Fi network. Are you crazy? They were going off on IT, too. They were like, I called IT, and they were like, we don't know what's going on. I guess we'll have to send someone down. They were like, they always do that. I'm like, lady, this is a serious problem. They gotta send someone down. There's not like a switch at the head office that's like, you know, freaking mix everybody's data together as a joke. They gotta send someone down there with like an envelope full of cash to get you to like not go to the media or something. That's some serious like you know, data mismanagement. I can do this. Just don't get tilted. They should call this game Don't Get Tilted. As long as you don't get... If you keep a strong frame of reference in a game like this, anything can happen. Mine. Yours. Oh, the physics did not seem like Isaac Newton invented that time. Okay, depth perception. We're gonna work on that depth perception. We're gonna work on... I don't want to be here anymore. Okay, I got one. I can live with that. Let's get to a new place where I can live. My depth perception. Please, my depth perception. But what's the name of the game? The name of the game is Don't Get Tilted. The name of the game is also get to the orbs first. If you can get to the orbs first, that's very helpful. Like this orb. Maybe these orbs. Maybe this orb. Well worth the investment. Oh my god, we're so far behind. 8 people have already qualified. Okay, that went badly. Lose in finals. How do you release a moment on Twitch? First, let me get out of the lobby so I don't get stuck watching 1,000 people play volleyball. Scammed. I picked lose in finals. You know what? There's a moment for you. Honestly, that feels good. Fuck the doubters. I almost died this week. Okay. How do you add a moment? Probably in the community section. Start a prediction. Manage goals. Stream. Edit stream information. All. Chat. Clear chat history. Monetize. This is a good one. Snooze your ad for 5 minutes. Why would I ever want that? You just type /moment. It is not /moment. How to moment on Twitch. Maybe it hasn't, it's in beta right now. Maybe it hasn't been released to me. How to create moments. Yeah, I don't think I've been onboarded into the moments beta yet. So, you know what? Just hold that one in your pocket for now. It happens. It's okay. I was onboarded into the bounty beta within like the first 6 weeks of its existence. I'll take that over moments. You didn't finish in the finals last game, you nerd? Yeah, we already talked about it and made a joke about it. Get over it. Okay, we're running the casino again. It felt good to reward the semi-believers a little bit. Look at this. Look at this. You paid out the wrong thing last time. One message like that. 8 messages in a row immediately following it. Run the casino. I have a captive audience. I literally, the casino just committed fraud and people are like, dunk, 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 dunk. Can you open early for me? Dung, 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 dung. I know you open at 9. It's 8:55. Dung, 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 dung. Do whatever I want. It's a feeling of unlimited power. What are you going to do? Get class action Twitch channel points lawsuit? When's the reality show with you and Malf coming out? Honestly, Netflix, due to their current financial state, cannot afford us anymore. But I am hoping that maybe, like, in the next, when liquidity starts flowing again, the fact that I almost died might help me get that contract. 2 normal men, one of whom almost died 5 years before filming started. Okay, that could have gone worse. Thanks for the bump. You know what? I'm going lower. I saw the person in front of me choose to go lower, and I said to myself, this is the way. Could you possibly shoot in a different direction for once? I actually don't know. Maybe you're a cannon. I guess it takes a lot of energy to turn you. Holy cow. By the way, I went on Netflix yesterday, as one is wont to do. I don't know if you've experienced this. Please get up and then jump to the exit. I thought, like, the first thing I thought of is it would be a good tweet to suggest that someone could be deplatformed from Netflix for watching 2 shows about whether or not an object is cake. But then I thought, you know what? Let's leave Netflix alone. They've been going through some business. You know, I don't want to insult them too much and kick them while they're down. And then it said, trending today, new on Netflix. And can you guess the title of the show? You may have seen the same ad. The title of the show was King of Stonks. I did see the ad for Snowflake Mountain as well. I would never. But King of Stonks. It was like a German fictional comedy drama about like trading options or something like that. I was like, man, this company deserves to go out of business. We're going to look back. I mean, I'm not saying Netflix is going to go out of business, but we're going to look back on this like 2015 to 2022 Netflix era as like a colossal business misstep. Netflix, first mover advantage in the digital streaming space that was squandered for reasons that they weren't completely in control of, you know? Other people that actually made media wanted a slice of the pie. Netflix said, okay, let's raise our moat by making some media ourselves, and then spend all of their money on like 4 to 6 out of 10 movies, and then like Roma. They got almost nothing to show for like hundreds of millions of dollars spent in media. Like it's kind of a sad story, but it's also kind of like a baffling story. Holy cow. Those were their most successful movies? Yeah, but like Netflix is weird, right? They're always like, if you watched like 30 seconds of a movie, they like count that as a full view. And also like, I don't know. I find it hard to believe that those movies make money for them. I think those are the kind of movies you watch because you have Netflix. And you're like, well, there's a new movie on Netflix. It's not the kind of movie that you're like, I don't have Netflix, but I'm gonna get it to watch Red Notice. Everybody that's watched it says, I'm gonna put my credit card into the app now, finally. Like, almost everything I watch on Netflix is simply because Netflix, I already have it. Which is not a good way to select media. But, like, if I had time right now to watch, like, a TV show, I would probably boot up Amazon Prime. And I would watch The Boys. Because I haven't seen Season 2 or Season 3 yet. But, like, instead, when I have, like, an hour to kill, I'm, like, you know, making thumbnails or something like that, I just boot up Netflix and I'm like, okay, what the fuck are you gonna disappoint me with today? Okay, alright, I'll scroll for 15 minutes and then just watch like a 6 out of 10 episode of Somebody Feed Phil because he's like an affable guy and the food looks good. Why? Why? We don't have to be so competitive here? Look at that. Perfect navigation. I don't care if it gets slippy. I still got it when it comes to slime climb. It's the button. Oh, I forgot this is the one with the button at the end. Yeah. Fuck them. Fuck them up. No, careful. Yo, we shouldn't just jump all the time. We should try to time it. I'm literally just jumping. Well, I mean, it's pushing me up. Whatever. It's hard to dodge. Fuck him. I gotta be honest with you, it feels damn good. I just wish we could aim it a little bit. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna? Oh! Okay. Dude, it turns out it's pretty hard to get killed by this button, huh? Or like the ball, it's not like, oh, I think it just ethered somebody. It can at least irritate them. Hey, thanks for grabbing me and knocking me off the button so they could just walk up like unfettered. Congratulations. No, it was funny though. It was funny because you grabbed me. I agree. Don't kid yourself. All the people that we shot with that ball cannon, they would, if they got the chance, they would not give us one hand to lift us out of a bottomless pit. If I slipped over the Grand Canyon, they would step on my fingers. There's no doubt about it. Because I've seen them, because I've played this game. They would say one less competitor in life. You would do the same? No, I would simply walk away. I don't want that kind of blood on my hands. It's a trolley problem. If I try to pick them up, but I don't have the upper body strength, I killed them. If I just simply ignore that they fell in the pit and are begging for help, it's the canyon that killed them. The trolley problem. Ooh. Explain that in court? What, is it like a Good Samaritan law, like on Seinfeld in the finale? Hey, sorry, Slim. Thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. I'm upset, but I can't deny that I qualified anyway. Holy cow. Jeez Louise. I'm so hungover, NL. Any tips? I mean, look. It happens. I'm trying to think. It's been like a long time since I've been hungover. I mean, honestly, it's kind of a lot like having food poisoning. Even if you're nauseous, you should drink like a lot of fluids. Nothing was more frustrating in college than like you'd have a friend who would get insanely hungover but would refuse to drink water the night that he was drinking or the morning when he was hungover. You'd be like, the only way you're gonna get out of this is if you eat a little food and you drink some water. He's, no, dude, I'm so nauseous, I can't. Well, then fucking drink like a cup of water and then throw up. You'll feel a little better. And then you can start the real road to recovery. By the way, I gotta remember, we made the finals here. Bounced them a little bit, at least. If you're holding the ball and it explodes, do you get blown up as badly? Because it seems like people are just yeeting. Ooh. Ooh. People are just holding the ball and walking into other people. No, yes, it's not as bad. So you can kind of like body bump others. This has not been a good performance. I have no ball control. Why am I trying to grab people who have the ball? That dude just literally fell. You could not place it more perfectly than that. No, whatever, we're fine, let it go. Use your noggin. Not a good throw, but you know what? That's life. This could be big. That one exploded way faster than I'm used to. Incredible. It honestly, I can't be mad. That was an amazing throw. I'm lucky to be alive. Bro, just let it go. Just let it... Dude, we're okay here. We're okay. Just chill. Okay, now we're going to be a juicy target, okay? Because there's two of us. Oh, we were close on that one, though. We were close. Okay, heart rate got pumping again. Choose outcome. Let me get a losing finals on that one. Oh. Gets the blood pumping a little bit. Hello, Jay. Hello. Oh, man. Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, yeah, Netflix being horrible. Dude, I can't, like, because I'm sure you had the same experience. Like, I'm just so sick of Netflix is, like, pumping out the most generic action comedies over and over, like, designed by committee to be, like, not lovable by anybody, but at least tolerated by the widest swath possible of Netflix subscribers. For example, I can only imagine this film was designed in a laboratory. The Man from Toronto, starring Kevin Hart and Woody Harrelson. An assassin with a case of mistaken identity co-ops an Uber driver to help him. Recipe for a 5.7 out of 10 IMDb movie that people say, that wasn't a complete waste of my time. It's the first DALL-E-generated movie. That movie was pretty funny. Okay, IMDb, The Man from Toronto. 5.7 out of 10. I don't know what you want me to say. I just have my finger on the pulse of the world. The world's deadliest assassin and New York's biggest screw-up are mistaken for each other at an Airbnb rental. Incredible. That sounds like a lot of fun. Now, Spiderhead is at a 5.4. I'm not suggesting that Spiderhead is an incredible movie. I'm simply suggesting that Spiderhead was interesting viewing. I was at least compelled throughout Spiderhead. Not saying it was great, merely that it was interesting. What? I was winning! Well, let's not be ridiculous, but they killed me. They ethered me even though I was doing great. What did I do to deserve that? Okay, I'm still gonna make it, and honestly, like, I'm never gonna forget the hit you tried to put out on me there. They rolled me back for some reason. They put out a hit. This crew is good. Time for a moment. Dude, yeah, we should just start, like, releasing so many moments that they become completely valueless. I was here during a Fall Guys final. The slime scraper. There's a max of 1 moment per stream. That's fine. I can work with that. Yes, please watch The Bear. Nobody was even talking about The Bear. The Hulu AstroTurfers are actually, like, insane. They're the most motivated workforce on the planet. The Bear is so good. Jay, I'm not suggesting it's not good, okay? I was out here talking about how I was nearly killed by blood poisoning, sepsis of the damn leg. People were like, well, that's cool. Have you watched The Bear on Hulu? And I'm like, I get it. It's about, you know, the Chicago beef sandwiches or something like that. I hear it's great, okay? I just haven't had the time this week. I've been too busy dying. Yeah, they're all like, hey, I'm cooking it. Hey, I'm cooking it. Hey, Patty Kane, another Stanley Cup winning goal. I'm fucking cooking a roast beef sandwich with green peppers on it here. I'm eating a hot dog with a fucking pickle on it. Holy cow. Chicago, baby. I don't know much else about Chicago. We got that damn river running right through the city. Previously, I think we were America's biggest city or second biggest city, and we recently lost that title to Los Angeles, but who cares, because we got Lou Malnati's. I'm alive. Sorry, what I meant to say is I lived, bitch. Okay? That's fine. That's actually better than fine. I'm in an even better position than I used to be. Use the wall. You just wait for it. Just wait for it, dude. It takes 2 seconds. You just wait for it. That one you can jump. I mean, that's a gimme. Don't fucking touch me. I gotta go through the... I'm dead! I'm dead! Alright, well, I leave the show. I thought I was fine. Lose before finals. What do you think about the Vancouver Canucks draft picks? Let me give you the answer that every like armchair fan of the NHL should have about the NHL draft? I don't fucking know. I'm not a Swedish amateur hockey scout. I hope they put in work and did the best job they could in the research phase and then made the pick that they thought was most appropriate. I can't believe my Arizona Coyotes didn't take Shane Wright. I recognize his name because I've heard it a lot in the media in advance of the draft and immediately think I know more than my general manager. We do have 2 Elias Petterssons now. I do like that. I'm a big fan of that. Okay, yeah, we'll run the casino. There's no Coyote fans. Let's be realistic. Dude, the Coyotes just keep catching strays. It's so annoying. I feel bad for Coyote fans. Like, if you... The most annoying fan in the NHL in the last 2 days have been Chicago fans. I don't know if you go to r/hockey, probably not. It's just endless Chicago Blackhawks fans. My team's gonna suck. Okay, you won 3 Stanley Cups in the last decade. Just fucking chill out. Big whoop. Yeah, you were amazing, and now you're gonna suck. That's the dream. Most of the other teams that suck didn't win 3 Stanley Cups. You'll get over it, I promise. Sorry, I got the dry throat. I got the black lung pop. Alright, my bad. But the other annoying fan base is any fan base that unnecessarily takes shots at Arizona. Like, haven't they been through enough? First off, they got an absolute banger of a jersey. Secondly, they're playing in a college hockey stadium. Can't you just have, like, the slightest bit of sympathy that probably is embarrassing? Chicago's catching strays today? Dude, Blackhawk fans on our... Not all Blackhawk fans, but Blackhawk fans on r/hockey are so annoying. You won a Stanley Cup like 5 years ago. Relax. Yeah, you'll probably come in last for like a few years. Lots of teams come in last for like a few years and have never won a single Stanley Cup. Like, for example, have you heard of the Vancouver Canucks? Buffalo Sabres? I don't know where to lump Columbus in. I never know how they're going to do. I did see the video of the I don't know if she was a congresswoman, but I did see the video of the grandmother saying that she would do anything to protect her grandchildren, including shooting them if she had to. Struck me as something that she did not have to add to the speech that she was making. I know you're going to be like, how was that relevant to what she was saying? It wasn't. Just for whatever reason, she thought that it made her point better to say, I would do anything to protect my grandchildren, including shooting them if I had to. I don't know what situation you would be in where shooting your grandchildren would protect them. I guess if they got bit by a zombie or something, you could make an argument. That's like the only thing I could really... okay, a werewolf? A werewolf would be fine as well. Please stop talking to me about Nancy Pelosi, okay? I've resisted looking up the image. And I will not see it. Maybe she just finished the quarry? She looked like a gamer. Anyway, what were we... Oh, yeah, we're talking about Chicago Blackhawks fans. I think you just got... Like, look. Half the teams in the NHL suck every year. Not half of the teams in the NHL have won 3 Stanley Cups. Stop acting like you're uniquely like a victim in this circumstance. Yo, your trade sucked. Welcome to the party, pal. That's sports. Also, like, I'll be honest with you, the paper looks like the trade looks like dog shit on paper, but simultaneously, like, you never know how a trade's gonna work out. A lot of trades, you know, on day one, you're like, this is doomed, and it is doomed. Then there's a lot of trades where, like, the conventional wisdom is that this trade is horrible, and then you reevaluate it in 5 years, and you're like, you know what, that actually turned out to be fairly okay. Like, Montreal got freaking skewered for the Shea Weber for PK Subban deal. And then I think it ended up being one of those trades where, like, both parties would probably say that they were reasonably compensated for what they gave up. That is not the way it seemed like it would go on day one, though. I should have taken the middle, but it's fine. We're still going to be okay here. I also heard that the Blackhawks wanted... I don't know how true this is, because it's like a source dude just trusted dude who just trusted me. I heard that the Blackhawks want to do a full rebuild, but they have so many players like Taves and Kane with no movement clauses that in order to get them to move their... To waive their no movement clause, they need to make the team as shitty as possible, so they're just in complete misery. It's an interesting strategy. Oh, you've got a no movement clause, so you don't have to move if you don't want to? Well, what if we just ice the shittiest team in NHL history? You still wanna play here? Yeah, because your kids go to school here and you got like a house here and you're making $8 million a year and now you have no expectations? Okay, well, all right then, sure. I am glad that, like, I mean, this is way too into the administrative side of sports. I'm glad people seem to have stopped getting mad at players for using their no movement clause. It's like, especially when they started coming out after the lockout, you get a lot of people that were like, yo, he signed a deal with a little bit less money than we expected to pay in order to give him a no trade clause, so he has some stability in his life. And then, like 4 years later, they want to trade them because the team sucks and they want to get like some draft picks. People were like, what the hell, dude? He won't waive his no trade clause. Yeah, the dude, buddy took like a $750,000 a year pay cut to get that no movement clause. You gotta respect him. Whatever, I'm in. It's there for a reason. I would use the no... Dude, if I were an NHL player, which there's a lot of barriers stopping this from being a plausible reality, 1,000%, I would not be one of those guys who would be chasing Stanley Cups. There's zero doubt in my mind I would, like... If I would play wherever I was wanted, but I would just try to, like, live in the same city for, like, my whole life. Life's too short, man. You think I want to be, you know... talking to a realtor every 3 years trying to buy like a new townhouse in freaking Nashville or something like that? Nah, man, just like it's who's got time for that? I don't know when to make this jump. I guess I'll just be dead if that's cool with you guys. Fair enough. I didn't know when to make that jump. They just have a guy for all that stuff? Dude, don't be silly. Haven't you read Chris Pronger's tweets? If you make $20 million a year in the NHL, you actually are only... Because first off, then there's a bunch of tax that comes out. So now you're looking at like, you might only have like $10 million after you pay all the tax. And then you gotta have a... You got to pay for your house, which is things that only athletes have to do. Normal people don't have to do. So a reasonable monthly mortgage, I don't know, that might put you at amortized out. That might be like another $1 million a year. So then you gotta hire your own personal chef. You gotta hire your own personal team of doctors. You gotta hire an agent. An agent takes an. By the end of it, if you read through the Chris Pronger thread about how hard it actually is to be an athlete, you're like, holy shit, dude, they should just quit the NHL and start working at like London Drugs or something. At least at London Drugs, you don't have to buy a $7 million house just to fit in.